Because the American people really want to know who killed their president and why.
The people themselves want to know. The news media and politicians apparently don't. They're the ones that have the power to do something about it. But the people do want to know. We see people here every day, and they do want to know. That's why they come here.
But why does the press not want to know? That's strange.
The press bought into the cover-up from the very, very beginning. Without the cooperation of the American press, the conspiracy never would have succeeded. Right now it's embarrassing for them to admit that they were wrong.
Yeah, but it's hard to imagine that the whole press in a country like this will keep their mouth shut.
It doesn't take too much to understand how it works here. For CBS TV, the president of CBS at the time of the assassination was a man named William Paley. William Paley was one of the founding members of the Central Intelligence Agency. He had been there from the very, very beginning, day one. It doesn't have to be a situation where everybody is involved in this. All you need is the one man at the top. Nobody else wants to lose their position underneath him. If he says Oswald acted alone, no one's going to challenge him.
Yeah, but there's also here in the States a Watergate affair, which was revealed by the press. So.
Yes, but the CIA wanted the Watergate affair exposed. That's the difference.
Do you think this was all a conspiracy, or now let me rephrase that. Was the Kennedy killing conspiracy?
Oh, absolutely, beyond any question, no.
And how many shooters were there?
Nobody knows for sure, but it seems likely, given the evidence, between 4 and 6. The government was able to prove 3 back in the 1970s. They could have proven 4 if they wanted to. They didn't want to. Once they had 2, they had the conspiracy. They wanted to walk away from it. Nobody wanted to call the king naked, as it were. They wanted to just go along with the minimum that they could. When they discovered there was a conspiracy, they handed it over to the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice walked away from it. They never investigated it further.
Do you know the story of James Files?
Yes, I do.
What's your opinion about it?
Well, what we were just talking about as far as the press goes, I think that the James Files story is probably true. And the reason why I believe it's true is because the government refuses to investigate it. Here we have a story with a man who tells a great deal that is provable, and the government will not investigate his story. What would it take to give him a lie detector test to find out if he's telling the truth? Nothing.
Isn't that frustrating?
It's very frustrating, but it's not the only time this has happened. There's been a lot of in the past where there have been witnesses in Dealey Plaza, people who have talked about what happened to them, how their stories were changed, how they were threatened, in some cases beaten, in many cases killed. All of this, none of it ever gets investigated. The government does not want to know the truth, and unfortunately they have the power of subpoena. They're the ones who can do it, we can't.
So you're convinced that James Files was standing over here at the grassy knoll?
Well, he said he was. I can't understand why anybody would confess to something they didn't do, especially like that. If he came up for parole for whatever offenses might come up, they'd still have that hanging over his head in the background. If he didn't do it, I don't believe that he would have confessed to it.
So we have a confession here from somebody who said he killed the president. Why isn't this breaking news here?
Back in 1979, and then again in 1988, I revealed a lot of medical evidence in the Kennedy case. I revealed that the Dallas doctors had all said that there was a massive exit wound in the rear of the president's head. I held a national press conference in Washington, D.C. and revealed the videotapes of the actual interviews with these doctors. The most major new evidence in the case. Not one newspaper, not one television station covered it. Not one.
Okay. The brains of the president are still missing. Do you know where they are?
Yes.
Where are they?
I can't tell you that. Not yet.
Why not?
I'm revealing that in my new book. I am trying to put together additional information. If I reveal where the president's brain is now, something will happen to it, and then it won't be a story anymore.
Are they in private hands?
No.
Government?
I can't go into it. I know where they are. I say they, it's because there is more than one. We have the president's brain, we have the substitute brain, we have microscopic slides created from the skin margins around the bullet holes, and we also have the skull fragments. They're
That's
all
quite a story.
It's a massive story. And you watch the press, will avoid that too.
Do you think so?
I guarantee it.
No, then just call me.
You got a deal.
Yeah? Okay.